These animals and children were rescued from hot cars. In 2019, it was a race against the clock to save a baby trapped inside a car.
The child's in distress.
Mom Christina Tufford locked her keys inside, along with her 10-month-old daughter, Maddie. Christina called OnStar, but her count had expired. The company said they had no way of unlocking the car via satellite. 10 minutes into the drama, the air conditioner automatically shut down.
It just turned off.
Jim Murray has more.
How did this happen? Christina's keyless ignition works with a key fob like this. When the car is parked and locked, the engine is designed to automatically turn off as a safety precaution to prevent carbon monoxide poisoning. But in baby Maddie's situation, when the car turned off, it also turned off the air conditioning.
Police in Stuart, Florida called a tow truck to unlock the door.
Is somebody in here?
Yeah.
Baby's in the back. Oh my gosh.
10 minutes went by and they still couldn't get the door open.
The child's in distress.
The officer tried OnStar one more time.
We need it open now.
We actually do not have a connection with that vehicle, so we're unable to unlock it.
You have no way to do it.
No, sir.
He bashed the window with his baton. Finally, a good Samaritan ran over with a hammer and that did the trick.
You okay?
Thank you guys so much.
You much better now? The air's working?
I thought that I was going to lose my daughter. Be consciously aware of what you're doing with your key fob. You can lock your keys inside of it when the car's on.
Afterward, they installed a special tool under their car. It uses a spring-loaded spike to instantly shatter windows.
I think it's important that every family has one of these on their car somewhere, so no matter where you're at, what the situation is, you always have a way to get into the car.
In 2023, cops found a frantic mom in her driveway with a pickaxe in her hand.
I need emergency help immediately. My baby is stuck in the car.
So your baby is stuck in a locked car?
My older daughter locked the door. I tried to break the window.
Mary Davenport's 8-month-old baby was trapped inside the minivan in 85-degree heat outside Atlanta.
I cannot begin to describe the amount of panic that builds up into, it's like your heart is in your stomach.
I'm about to break this window. Please. Mommy's coming, baby.
It's the only thing I saw that I thought might actually break the window. I tried to hit it with this end right here, the pointy end. Did not bless the window. This side right here, I tried to pry every door and trunk area on the surface of my van.
She's hot and I need help.
One officer tried to pry open the door.
Go ahead then.
The other officer pulled out his baton and was able to break the glass.
Unlock it. Unlock it.
It's only been about 10 minutes.
Okay, it's good.
The door finally opened.
Hey, baby.
Okay.
Hey.
Okay, come on. Come on, baby. She's awake. She's fine.
The officer pulled Artemis out of her car seat to make sure she was okay.
Come here. Come here. Can I hold it?
Yes, you're...
I was definitely going to get that window open one way or the other.
Dramatic video from 2018 showed a deputy rushing a girl to the hospital after rescuing her from a hot car.
Sadly, I didn't think that she was alive when I got to her. I felt for a pulse. I didn't feel a pulse.
Deputy Bill Dunn with the Seminole County Sheriff's Office in Florida says when he was able to open the vehicle, he could feel the sweltering conditions the child was subjected to.
I mean, you go from, it was probably 80 degrees outside to where you have 109, 110 degree steam just rushing out at you. Once the cold air hit her, that's when I started noticing her eyes kind of fluttering.
He says the child wasn't responding strong enough, so he turned on his sirens and rushed her to a nearby hospital.
It's okay, baby. Talk to me. You're okay.
I remember one thing distinctively was my hand on her chest and feeling her heart racing. It was beating really, real fast.
Once she was in the care of medical professionals, Doug walked back to his patrol car to compose himself.
My legs were a little weak. It's a heck of a thing to experience that adrenaline dump and then when it finally all goes away, how it really does affect your body.
The child made a full recovery.
Sometimes we're able to have a moment like this that makes it all worthwhile.
911 location of your emergency.
In 2020, a baby got trapped in a locked car in Texas on a warm, sunny day. Police say it was 93 degrees outside and 123 degrees inside when they were called to the scene.
I believe there's a baby inside the car. She's by herself.
After several attempts, Officer Christian Panilla broke in.
I'm thinking how I'm going to get her out and how I'm going to get her out safely. I noticed that she had vomited on herself, and through my training experience, I know that that's the first sign of heat exhaustion.
I know. I got it. It's okay.
The calm, quick-acting officer saved the little girl's life.
Is this your daughter? Yeah. Oh my God. Okay. I know, it's okay.
I came into this, specifically to do better. People say you want to see change, be the change you want to see. So even if it is for a few minutes, the inconvenience of getting them in and out of the car is minor compared to what can happen to them.
It's okay. I know.
In 2018, a mom who left her 8-month-old baby in a car on a scorching hot day got emotional as she learned that another mother had rescued the child.
I have no doubt that that baby would have been dead had mom returned to that car 24 minutes later.
The drama took place in 93-degree heat when the woman in green happened to look into the black SUV parked in a mall near Orlando. She saw a baby boy in his car seat. The Good Samaritan's husband called 911.
There's a baby in a car, and we just opened the door, but we don't know where the people are whose car it is.
And how's the baby doing?
The baby's fine, not crying, he's breathing. My wife's fanning it with a, thing to make sure, just to try to keep him cool and calm.
24 minutes after the 911 call, the baby's mom returned to the car.
Is he okay? He's okay.
He's fine.
I know.
We're in the emergency department. I'm a nurse, and I hear these stories. And I have 4 kids, and I always think how could that possibly ever happen?
In 2016, heroes came to the rescue when a dog was stuck inside a locked car while it was 90 degrees outside. Mark Lewis rammed a large rock against the BMW's window.
The car was in direct sunlight, facing the lake, and it was a black car with a black leather interior with the windows pretty well all the way up. So it was a recipe for disaster.
He threw the rock once, then twice, and on the third attempt, success.
Okay, you got it.
Mark reached in to rescue the dog, named Cotton, and the crowd applauded.
It was quite lethargic. It was just kind of draped itself over my arm. You could tell it was overheated.
Within 5 minutes, Cotton was full of life.
You really have to use your best judgment, and on that particular day, the owners of this dog in this car did not use their best judgment.
They have a puppy in their car with the windows down. Puppy's sitting in here. He looks like he's maybe 2 or 3 months old, in a little crate here, crying.
In 2016, a puppy was caught on camera stuck inside a hot truck. Witnesses believed it had been there for over 40 minutes. Scott Poor, a volunteer with an animal shelter, spotted the dog sweltering from the heat.
What we're going to do is break the window if the police don't come in the next couple of minutes. You can hear him crying.
He called police to rescue the puppy from the car parked at a Home Depot in Kansas.
All right, looks like we got the door open.
They got right to work to break the driver's seat window to free the animal. The puppy was wrapped in a cool towel and an officer gave him some water. Police say the dog was returned to its owner, who was ticketed for unlawful treatment of an animal. In 2017, police rescued a dog locked in a hot car when temperatures inside the vehicle were near 110 degrees.
You got water?
A Good Samaritan called 911 when she saw the pit bull left inside.
Oh, good baby. You guys are heroes. Thank you.
Police say the owner showed up about 15 minutes later after going to the bank. She was cited for leaving a dog unattended in a vehicle. In 2016, rescuers tried to smash into a window to rescue 2 dogs. They were alive and thirsty.
They were panting, shaking, scratching at the window, trying to get out.
The dogs were put up for adoption and went to a new home.
We love our dogs.
In 2022, this pup and this police officer became family after they met under serious circumstances.
Good job.
Concerned citizens in New York City called 911 after seeing a dog had been left in a car with the windows closed one day when the temperatures were hovering over 80 degrees. The NYPD says it's prohibited to leave animals in cars in such conditions. On an 85-degree day, it only takes 10 minutes for the temperature inside a closed car to reach 102 degrees, which can be deadly. Several officers responded to the scene and broke the window to free the dog, who was happy to see them.
Good girl, babe. Okay, watch out for the glass.
Witnesses cheered for the pup's rescue and offered treats and water. But there was one officer who took a special liking to the animal. After the dog was taken to the vet, it was handed over to the ASPCA, and Officer Maharaj adopted it and gave it a forever home. In 2023, a Connecticut fire department got a new team member after rescuing a dog.
It was a pretty hot day. A passerby had noticed that there was a dog in a car. He was concerned for his well-being. He was taking a beating in there from the heat, and the animal control officers gave the owners of rigs an opportunity to either take a summons and go to court, or they could surrender the dog, and they chose to surrender him.
After he got a clean bill of health, they had an idea.
We invited him over to the firehouse for a meet and greet. The initial feeling was that he'd be a great fit for us, so we thought that he'd be a good fit for a station support dog. They're becoming increasingly popular in public safety. A lot of departments now, there's been a pretty big focus on mental health and well-being of first responders because of the cumulative and debilitative effects of post-traumatic stress and job-related stress and its impact on first responders for their cardiovascular well-being and mental health.
He was a fit. Now Riggs calls the fire station home.
He's been an absolute pleasure to have in the firehouse, and he fits right in. I have a pretty tough group of firefighters and paramedics that work for me, but when Riggs walks in the door and greets them, their entire personality changes. So it's really pretty cool. He's going to assist us in community outreach and showing a softer side of firefighting and EMS work, and allow us to better engage with the community when we do public education events or we have community events in town. He'll be accompanying firefighters on that mission. So we're pretty excited about it.
There is a pig in a hot car.
In 2019, a young woman was outraged after finding a pig locked inside a scorching hot car.
A pig inside a car. Nothing else, no food.
Miranda Lamondola saw the pig in the parking lot of a shopping mall in Jacksonville, Florida. The temperature was a record-breaking 101 degrees for the day outside. Inside, it was about 120 degrees.
Animal cruelty right here. There is a pig that's been stuck in this car. He had foam coming out of his mouth. He was on the ground shaking. He was about to die in the next 5 minutes because he was suffocating from the heat.
She called mall security and 911.
It was all the officer. He did everything. He was amazing. He broke the window. He got the pig out. We got water right away. We splashed it on him so he could respond better. I really do feel good knowing that I did a random act of kindness that ended up saving a life. There is a pig in a hot car.
In 2022, a toddler was left alone in a rental car by her grandfather, who was supposed to be babysitting.
She feels a little warm.
A Hertz employee found her in the back seat after the granddad returned the vehicle. Another Hertz staffer cradled the youngster as she was checked out by first responders. Cops say the girl's face was streaked with dry tears. They believe she'd been in the car in 80-degree heat for about 45 minutes. The toddler's frantic mom called 911 after she learned what had happened.
You left my daughter in the rental car at the international airport. I'm going to be sent at the airport. I'm going as fast as I can.
Okay, all right, make sure you're following all traffic laws. I'm
No, that's
sure
not going to happen. My baby's in the car.
The grandfather was remorseful and cooperative. He told cops he did not remember putting his granddaughter in the vehicle. The little girl was given the all clear by paramedics and reunited with her mom.
Sheriff's office, did y'all call?
A sheriff's deputy was called to rescue a 1-year-old child after she got locked inside a car in a parking lot.
G14 fire vehicle is not running. They locked the keys in the car. How far out is FD? I'm about to smash the window here in a second if FD's not close.
The Flagler County Sheriff's Office in Florida says when the deputy arrived on scene, he was concerned for the child because of how hot it was outside. He also says he observed the child sweating inside the car.
How long has she been in there?
About 10 minutes.
Alright, I'm gonna smash the window then. I have to because she's been stuck in there.
The deputy broke the window furthest from where the child was in the car. Once the doors were open, the relieved parents scooped the child up to comfort her. In 2023, cops in Florida found exactly what they were looking for in a stolen car.
Okay.
An 11-month-old baby girl was in the back seat of a Kia Optima when police said it was stolen in Tampa. Officials say about a half hour after receiving the call, officers found the vehicle abandoned inside a fence. Officers rushed to the car hoping to find the child. Once they opened the back door, they saw the baby was lethargic and overheated from being in the car with the windows up. She was taken to a nearby patrol car and placed in the air conditioning.
Hey, sweetheart. Hey, darling. Hi, sweetie. Hey, baby girl.
Officers tried to cool the baby down with water and a cold compress until paramedics arrived and brought her to the hospital. Police say she has made a full recovery thanks to the quick work of these first responders. And finally, how long could you last in a hot-locked car? In 2015, to raise awareness about the dangers of leaving a child in a car, Cars for Kids conducted a social experiment offering people $100 if they could last just 10 minutes on a summer day.
Alright. If you can't make it and you want to get out, press that button.
Okay.
Alright. Your 10 minutes starts now.
At first, things seemed okay. But that quickly changed. Not one person was able to make it for 10 minutes.
It is way too... Oh my god.
I want to get out of here. Push the button.
They created this video to send a powerful message about safety in response to the tragic stories of kids being forgotten in hot cars. For Inside Edition Digital, I'm Andrea Swindall.